Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Communities Live here at Sheffield Live 93.2 FM. And we have singer-songwriter Veronica Fusaro. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Hey there. How you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you. Thank you.
So, for our listeners, give us a bit of background. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Veronica Fusaro. I am a singer-songwriter artist from Switzerland. I have been doing music for a while now. I've discovered music when I was a little kid. It's just always been something that I've loved and enjoyed doing. And I eventually started writing my own songs. I eventually started playing my own concerts, and I've played quite a few all over the planet until now. And I've just released my second album called Looking for Connection.
And I mean, who are your main influences? And also, if it was anybody that you could work with in the near future, who would it be and why?
So currently, I'm listening to a lot of McGee and Chapel Rowan. My all-time favorites, some of my all-time favorites are artists like Amy Winehouse, Lady Gaga, Aretha Franklin, Michael Jackson. So, quite a spectrum of music there, I think. And if there was somebody I would love to make a song together, I think I would say Lord, just because I think she's super cool and I love her songwriting. I've been a fan of hers ever since her first album. And yeah, that would be pretty cool.
And I mean, for anybody that wants to like break into music, I'm not necessarily like the music industry or anything like that, who wants to do music. I mean, what advice would you give? And also, how difficult is it?
I mean, I think in terms of advice, I would say just go for it, just do it. And thinking is good. Overthinking, I think it's a thin line between, you know, knowing what you want and thinking a lot about your art and overthinking, if you know what I mean.
Sure.
I think sometimes you just have to commit and just trust the process and trust yourself, your guts, and just go out there and put yourself out there and make the music that you actually want to make. And I think once you commit to that, to your dream, um, there's always gonna, but like I was always gonna sing the Miley Cyrus song. There's always gonna be another mountain, but there's always gonna be tougher times. But most of the times, it's just gonna be fun because you're gonna be doing what you love doing the most, music.
Thank you for sharing that with me, Veronica. I want to talk to you about your new album now. It's called Looking for Connection.
Hmm.
It's your second album. I mean, so let's talk a bit about that. I mean, was it a long process or did it come together quite quickly, your new album?
So I started writing it at the end of 2023. I At the beginning of 2023, I released my debut album, All the Colors of the Sky, and I had been touring all year. I had the opportunity to play some beautiful stages, and towards the end of the year, it was the first time that I felt the need to really express myself again, to be creative again. I felt the need to write, and so for me, it was like pretty obvious that I wanted to go for my second album, because I like to think in albums if it's about projects and songs.
Hmm,
I think it's a beautiful way to create a world, an album. But at the beginning of writing, I actually struggled quite a bit because I felt like I had the need to write, but I just couldn't figure out what was important enough or how to do it because everything I wrote felt like um, not important enough, not
sure.
good enough. And that was quite a bit of pressure that I was putting on myself. And then I took a step back. I started journaling every day. I really started to, I needed to figure out what I actually wanted to say. And journaling has been a big help and has been really inspiring for me. And I just wrote about whatever. I wrote about what I had going on the day before. I wrote about things I saw on the news. I wrote about, feelings and emotions, obviously. And then I got really inspired by that one artist called Vasco Rossi. an Italian rock artist who I grew up listening to, and I listened to his very very first albums, and there was just a lightness yet importance in the music that he made. Like it wasn't there was a lot of meaning, but in a fun and in a just in a good way, and
Yeah.
that was really inspiring to me. And then I ended up writing Slot Machine, and after that song, everything was much easier to write.
And I mean, I've got to say as well, I mean, it must be really difficult when you're writing a song because there's so many songs out there and you don't know who's writing what, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it must be
Mm.
so hard.
I mean, I don't know. It's yes, because there is so much music out there, right?
Yeah,
It's crazy. I don't know how many songs on a daily basis get released on Spotify. I think there's numbers like 40,000 or something like that
yeah,
a day, and I think it's become so easy to make music, which is great. I wouldn't have been able to make music if it wasn't for the fact that I, could afford buying the basic equipment that you need nowadays, which is very affordable. So it's in a way it's really great, but on the other hand, I guess there's not much of a filter, and you could put anything out there. You
yeah.
could put out a voice memo out there. It could be so it's so easy, and I'm not always sure um if that's beneficial for the art, for music. But that's a subject we could talk about for hours, I guess.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, do you feel like social media has made music a lot more easier to get out there? Because, I mean, at a time, like 30, 40 years ago,
Mm,
social media didn't exist. And it was
mm.
more a case of like just trying to break into radio or the music industry at the time. But now, a lot of people are using platforms like YouTube, Facebook. Do you feel it's gone easier for people to break into that?
I mean, it's become easier to just put music out there, I guess. And
Mm,
on one hand, it's like these are beautiful tools, because I get messages from Argentina, of people saying like they found my music online, and that they love it. And
yeah,
that would not have been possible 30, even 20 years ago. That
yes,
it's not that long ago that the world was slightly different from now. But on the other hand, it's just the the fact that there's so much. You can put anything online, and there's such a mass. There's an ocean of content and an ocean of music. So it's kind of, I would say, it's harder to stick out of that ocean of
sure.
content.
And I mean, how difficult is it to find the sound that you're looking for? I mean, are you still looking, or is it a long going journey, or have you found what you want to look for right now?
I think I'm very very happy, especially with the second album. I'm so happy with the production, like the sonic world of it, because I really feel like it meets my it represents all the influences, all the music that I love listening to, and I do love listening to such a variety, a spectrum of different genres, like going from pop to rock to soul to
Mm,
R&B to indie funky stuff, jazz.
yeah,
And I think on this record we were really able to like capture this whirl, and still make it feel like an album. Like Looking for Connection is still, I would dare to say, in my opinion, it still feels like cohesive. It still feels, everything feels like me, basically, if you know what I mean. And it all
sure.
came very naturally, because I got to work with really cool producers, which immediately understood like the vision, and they shared their talents that they have, for music and creating uh, sonicescapes like that.
And I mean, when you created the album, I mean, when you were
Mm.
in the process of making it, was there any songs that unfortunately that you couldn't put into the album that you might save for a later album?
So I'm not much of a I don't write a lot of songs because I'm very selective in the process of writing them. Like I very fastly realize like, nah, this is not I'm not feeling this, so I'm not gonna finish a song if
Right.
I'm not feeling it. You know? But there's like two, three songs that are not on the album that just didn't feel like either ready or they didn't feel like a fit for the album. But who knows? Maybe they will see the light of the day one day. You never know.
Well, stay tuned for that, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes,
And
exactly.
I mean, so how can people get a copy of your album? I mean, is it physical copies that people can get, or is it just digital?
So we have, I by chance have a CD right here next to me. Actually, by chance, I didn't put this here before. But we made CDs. We also made vinyls, which I don't have right now here. But yeah, I have CDs and vinyls. I mean, the easiest way to get one is coming to a show of mine, and I'm actually playing in the UK. Like, I'm only playing two shows in the UK, which is on the 28th of November, I'm playing in London at the Bull's Head, and on the 29th, I'm playing in Scotland in Isle of Bute. And I'm gonna have the vinyls and CDs with me. Or I think you should be able to find them online on Amazon, and should be able to order them via the internet.
And I mean, other than the two shows that you just mentioned,
Mm.
will there be a possible tour in the UK, possibly in Sheffield at one point?
I would love to. We're working on it. I have a really really cool booker in the UK who's taking care of the shows, and we're trying to build it up slowly but steadily. And I hope to come to Sheffield real soon. Let's cross fingers.
So stay tuned for that, ladies and gentlemen. And
Yay.
I want to ask you as well. I mean, how can people follow you? Do you have like social media that people can follow you, like X, formerly known as Twitter, Facebook, Instagram?
Absolutely, as you do nowadays. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. I mean, easiest way is probably if you just type in Veronica Fusaro, Fusaro, into your browser of choice, and yeah, you will find all my music, all my socials, and on my website, obviously veronicafusaro.com. You'll find all the live dates as well, and yeah, if you wanna join the journey, it would be my pleasure if you would give me a little follow. Exactly.
So what's next for Veronica? I mean, you've
Hmm.
released a new album. Can you tell us a little bit about what's going to happen in the near future, or is it all secretive at the moment?
So the near future is the Looking for Connection tour is happening. I just played the first three shows here in Switzerland, and they've been a lot of fun. Next stop is actually this Friday in the Netherlands. I'm gonna be playing in Utrecht, and then after that I'm playing in the UK, the two shows I just mentioned. And then I have a few more shows in Germany and in Switzerland. So if you're ever in Germany by chance, you're welcome to come through. Let me know. And then next year I am playing on the 1st of January. I'm actually starting off my year in the UK at the London Parade. I'm going to be celebrating New Year's Eve in London. And I'm going to be performing two songs, I believe. Yeah, two songs at the London Parade, and everything else for next year is still in the making.
Veronica, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for your time. My final
Thank
question
you,
for you
Chris.
is: what
Yes.
would you like to say to our listeners who is currently listening right now?
Anything. I can say anything.
You can say anything. Yes.
Okay, dear listeners of Sheffield Life, thank you so much for tuning in, first of all. Thank you, Chris, for having me. It's been a pleasure. Again, my name is Veronica Fusaro. If you like rock, pop, indie, soul music, you should give it a listen. It will be an absolute pleasure. I hope you like it, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care.
Thank you very much, Veronica. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too. Thank you so much.